Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and today I've got a big box of stuff here that's come from Mildrid and Andy. Basically, I've just been over to see Andy, and Mildrid popped over while I was there. He had some bits for me, had some tools for me, and a couple of bits and bats, and there's a bag of stuff as well that Andy gave me a couple of weeks ago, but I've not actually had a chance to go through yet. So I thought we'd just do a quick video and have a look at some of these bits and bats I've been given and see what we've got. I know there's some vintage computer related stuff in here. I know there's quite a lot of memory, I've been told. Like I said, I haven't actually been through this lot properly myself. I think Andy did a live stream with showing a bit of the RAM, so I do know there is RAM in here. And I know there's some SCSI stuff in here. Apart from that, I'm not 100% sure what we've got, so let's delve right in, shall we? What I'll do, I know most of what's in the box because I put it in there just for safekeeping, but the bag I haven't actually really gone through yet. So let's have a look what I've got. Now, some of this stuff is not going to be computer related. Some of this is just. Oops, let me see if I can get you a bit closer. Yeah, that's okay, isn't it? Like I said, some of this stuff isn't going to be vintage computer related. It's just general old scrap electronics, which is always just handy to strip bits out of or what have you. Alright, first things first. Oh yeah, so I have seen this. This is something I want to play with. What this is, now it's Southern Electric. I don't think that's going to really matter. Basically what this thing is, it's a wireless clip-on ammeter. It tells you your power consumption in your house. You've got basically a clip there, a current clip, and you put that round the wire that comes from your meter, the live that comes from your meter. Obviously, it's completely safe to do. You're not making any physical connection. You just clip that round the wire like that. That then monitors the current consumption in your income, basically the same thing as your electric meter does. Now I'm guessing that there's a battery or something. Yes, it runs on batteries, that. So that's the current side of it, and then we have a display that connects to that wirelessly, and I presume actually gives you the your current readout and things there. Now I don't know whether this still works, and I'm not sure whether it'll work on a DC current. It'll probably have been designed for AC current. That's something I want to have a look at. This is just quite a nice thing. If it'll work on DC and fairly low voltage DC, it might be something to play about with looking at like car charging circuits and things like that. There's a quick way of testing to see if something's charging. So I've not played about with it yet, but I just thought it'd be a fun thing to get hold of, seeing it's being offered for free, just to mess about with. So we might do a video on that at some point. I'll stick that to one side. Now what else? Oh yeah, and I've probably got a use for this pretty much straight away actually, if it works. We've got a little television. What's that, about a 7-inch LCD television. Fortunately, with AV inputs on the back. I want a reversing camera in my truck. I mean, it's actually for a pickup truck. It's not bad parking it, but it's quite a long thing, and I just thought it'd be really handy to have a reversing camera on it. I've got a suitable camera to go on the back, but I wanted a monitor to use with it, and I think that might just be just about perfect. So I'll have a play about with that. Right, now I think we're on to. Oh, we've got some more. That's quite nice. That's going to get modified. Oh, it's got a jack on it there, so we can put a decent 5 volt, you know, a few amp, 3-4 amp power supply in there, and we've got basically a little USB power block. Yeah, I think I'll probably set that up on the bench somewhere. It's quite a handy thing for just plugging in for charging, for power and stuff. Because I do like using USB just as a general power source for some of the projects that I make. Yeah, that's quite nifty, that. Right, I think that's all the little bits. I wonder what that is. Oh, Bluetooth transmitter. Oh yeah, I think I remember him saying about that as well. I'll set that to one side. Right. Yeah, now this is the interesting stuff. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, wow. CPUs. That's that bag out of the way. I think at this point, what I will do is I will try and get them better in shot. There we go. That's a nice central shot, isn't it? I will don my anti-static precautions. And let's see what we've got. Now, what I really need is my glasses. What have I done with my glasses? Do you know what, folks? You're just going to have to bear with me a sec because I've left my bloody glasses upstairs again. And I'm not going to be able to see what those parts are without them. So, back in a sec. Right, I've got my glasses. That's better. I can actually see what I'm doing now. Right, let's have a look what we've got in here. We've got some, this is old laptop RAM. What have we got there? It's Kingston memory, that one as well. Not 100% sure what flavour that is. Let's have a look. Is that the same? That looks to be the same. So it's PC2. I think that's the same. Yeah, they're both 512 megabytes. So we've got a gig there. I mean, this is all fairly old. This is like Pentium 3, Pentium 4 era, isn't it? I've got another one there. I've also got a matched pair. That's a gig. I've got 3 of them. Now when I say this is laptop RAM, there were some like there's a little bit of damage on that one, it might still be okay. There was some like very, you know, like micro boards made for specific purpose. I'm talking, you know, things like EPOS systems tended to use this kind of laptop RAM. I've seen that. I've seen this type of RAM used in other applications. That's a bit. That might be a bit more useful for me. That's older. 128 megabytes, 100 megahertz, PC 100. Yeah, so something like that. I mean, something like that is actually going to be probably quite useful. I've definitely got older laptops that, you know, need that kind of RAM, so yeah, that might be quite handy. Again, that one I'm not 100% sure about. It's another is it the PC2 stuff? Is it that's newer? That's probably like Pentium 4 kind of era. I'm not that well up on laptop RAM, I'll say, but that one might be quite handy actually. So we've got some laptop RAM here. What have we got here? Ooh, we've got a nice vintage, we've got some vintage CPUs here. AMD. So we have got it's an AMD Sempron. The pins are looking good condition on it. So that's what, early 2000s, I think. That might be quite interesting to play with. Let's see what oh, 1999. Yeah, 1999. So it's quite an old CPU, that. I'm trying to remember. I had it about that time. I had an AMD CPU in my PC. I basically went from Cyrix. Well, I went from Intel. The first PCs I had were Intel, and then when I started building my own computers in the mid-90s, I started off with Cyrix because it's what I could afford, and then by the I think the last computer I ever built was actually built from ground up, from all new parts, was probably in about 2000-ish, and I know I built that with an AMD. It was an AMD T-Bird, 1.1 gigahertz AMD T-Bird, I think it was. This is probably around just after that, I'm guessing. These might be fun to play with, actually. I think I've got some motherboards that would take these. Now I've got this room sorted out, I can actually dig out a lot of my old PC stuff that's been in storage for years and actually see what I've still got. I know, unfortunately, before I started doing YouTube, probably sometime in 2008, 2009, I do know I had a massive box of older PC stuff, and I ended up selling it to someone on eBay for like £1 just to get it out of my house because I was snowed under with the stuff. I am always now regretting selling that stuff when I did. Well, this has got there's one bent pin in the corner there, but that should be easy enough to straighten. What's this one? Oh, it's an Athlon. So we've got an AMD Athlon there, and we've got a Sempron there. So a couple of the AMD processors to play with if they still work. So I'm pretty sure I've got motherboards that will support them. I'll have to go through and see what I've got from that era. I'm sure I've got at least one motherboard somewhere that's going to support them, so we can have a play with we can have a nice play with them. Right, let's have. Yeah, wow, this is a lot of RAM. This is a serious amount of RAM. Dear me. Let's see what we've got in here. Whew. This is all PC 100, I think. Oh, yeah. So again, we're going, this is fairly vintage stuff. We've got PC 100. I'm not sure what size they are yet. Let's see what else we've got in here. And this is DDR2. This is basically the desktop equivalent of this stuff here. Those are 256 megabyte. Oh, that's a different. Oh, so these are all mixed up. I thought these had been taped up in actual lots. They've not. They've just kind of like all been stuck together. So we have got all sorts and all sorts here. Yeah, we've got So I'm a bit overwhelmed with RAM here. There's definitely more than I was expecting. That's a Kingston stick. I think that's getting on a bit. There's a lot of this PC2 stuff. I mean, these are going to be alright for, you know, the old like Pentium 4, Pentium 3 kind of systems. A lot of this. Very interesting. A PC 133. No, this is old stuff. These are probably more use to me. And there is stuff that's kind of like, you know, of the same age as them Athlon CPUs, so we might be able to build up quite a nice little vintage gaming system with some of this stuff. But it's something I have been planning to do. I do still have that AMD T-Bird that I built all them years ago. I say it was the computer I had at university, and it's the last computer I actually built out of all, you know, new parts and put together. And it's not been used in years. It's sat up. It's actually sat next to my editing PC in my office. It's not been powered up in probably over 10 years now. I don't think it still has all its original components in it from when I built it. I do recall adding some bits that I'd acquired from work at one point. Like, I think I added a newer video card which I'd acquired from work when we'd upgraded some of the workstations at work, and what we took out was better than what I had in that. Let's see if I can... No. I can't remember what sound card it's got in it now. I think I had something quite fancy in it at one point, but I think it might just have the onboard motherboard audio in it now. I think I have a feeling I sold that sound card. Did it have an R30? Did it have an R32 in it? I honestly can't remember. If I did it, I couldn't have been new. Perhaps I'd kept that from my previous system. I know I haven't got that card now, unfortunately. I wish I did. Right, here we are. There we go. Dear me. There we go. Oh wow. Okay. Now some of this is fairly old. Is that a 64 megabyte one? A lot of Kingston RAM in here. Value select. Corsair. So a lot of this is you know, it's later RAM. It's not like the DDR3, DDR2 RAM. I've already got boxes and boxes and boxes of the stuff. Some of the earlier stuff though, like this could be quite useful. That could be, yeah, for I said early 2000s machines. Some of this could be really quite handy. Even late 90s, they started using some of these kind of modules. So there's too many. I didn't actually realise there was quite this. There was quite this number here. There is a huge amount of RAM here, a massive amount of RAM here. In fact, what's that? That's a 16 meg Edo. This is really going back to early Pentium era, some of this. So some of this is quite useful. Because some of the early motherboards, they had SIM slots and they had the slots for things like this. Yeah, we've got quite a nice. I think there's too much here to go through in this video. I wasn't expecting. There's another one there, so we've got a pair of them. I wasn't expecting quite this this huge amount of RAM. I think this RAM's probably worth a video on its own. I might even get a couple of suitable boards set up and we can actually do some tests. Oh dear me. Yeah, because some of it's not in exactly A1 condition. I think we've had a bit of water damage on some of this stuff. That's looking fairly manky. But yeah, what I might do when we're a bit more settled in this new space is we could actually probably do a video on testing some of this and actually see exactly what we've got. That is a lot of RAM there. Right, well, let's get that out of the way. I'll put that in my bin as well, so they can go away. I will find something static friendly to house those in. I mean, fortunately, I now do have all my drawers here, and they are metal drawers. In fact, I might do that. I might put all this lot for now just in one of my metal drawers here. At least it's going to be safe. I can have a RAM drawer then, just for all, because I've got lots of Sims. That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to, I think I'm going to have a RAM drawer with all these little cabinets that I've got now in here. That said, I'll just bring it. I have nearly filled a RAM drawer just with what I've just been given here. Wow. That is a lot of memory. I have actually been considering starting, maybe. I don't know whether I can do it or not, because I don't know if my internet's going to be good enough. It should be. But now I've got all this set up, I have actually been considering possibly doing some live streams, and possibly I could literally do some live streams where I sit here, talk crap with people, and test RAM. You know, it wouldn't be impossible to do in this space now. I'm set up in here. I'll stick them two CPUs in there for now, but we will have a CPU drawer as well, I think. Let's get them down into my drawers there. There we go. And let's tackle the box of mystery, shall we? Now this is mostly, I believe, SCSI, but there's going to need a lot of cleaning. I think this has been in a rather damp shed for a long time. We've got SCSI cable, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5-way SCSI cable. It's starting to deteriorate a bit, but that will clean up. And these are getting a bit trickier to get now. That should clean up pretty nicely, actually. Let's see what else we've got in here. We've got it's a Agp Graphics Card. It's a ATI Rage 128 and it's in shocking condition. Dear me. Wow. I've actually, just looking at this card, I've been watching a channel, I've not come across it before, it's called Necroware. I think it's a German chap. And he's into his old PCs like we are. And he literally takes cards kind of looking like this and he gets them going again, he gets them working again. I'm sort of tempted to see if I can have a go myself. I mean, can you actually make out? Obviously, you know, it's been stored somewhere where it's got damp. You can see the corrosion on it. I think that's the best shot for the corrosion. Now, I have seen him take cards looking something like this, and actually, not a graphic. I think it was a sound card that looked pretty similar to this, and the chap actually did get it running again. Look at the corrosion on the DRAM there. I don't know. I mean, it's probably quite a sought after card, yeah. Graphics by ATI Rage 128. So it's the original ATI Rage, that, isn't it? 1998, yeah. So that'd be quite a nice card if we can get it going. What else have we got? Now, this is in a lot nicer condition. Obviously, it's not in quite the same, ballpark as that Rage, but these I think are reasonably nice go-to 2D cards. We've got Cirrus Logic, and that looks in fairly nice condition. There's a tiny little bit of surface rust on the back, but that's nothing. Is it a 1 meg or a 2 meg? It's not it's not a huge powerhouse, I don't think. It's a Cirrus Logic GD 5446 BV. Again, should be a nice one. Early Pentium era machine. It should be quite a nice card. So it's another one we can have a good test of. What else have we got in here? Oh, this is manky, and not a huge amount of use actually. We've got a Win TV PCI. It's a satellite card actually, I believe. Satellite TV card. You can use these as a crude video capture device. I used to do that actually years ago. That one is in a shocking state. I don't think that's really worth. I don't know. I might have a look. I have a few of these anyway. I don't think that's really going to be worth doing anything with. Like I said, I do have a number of them. You never know. There might be parts that are worth pinching off it though, so it won't go into the bin. What else have we got? Again, a card that's in sort of thing that Necroware would love to have a go at. Really nice network card. 3Com Etherlink 3. These were always my go-to card for like LAN parties and stuff back in the 90s. I used to use loads and loads of these. It's nice as well that it has all three connectors on it, because you can get the Etherlink with just the BNC on it. You could get it with the BNC and the FAT, and you can get the one with all three on, where it's got the RJ45, which is really the most useful version of it. Again, unfortunately, that one is in a pretty shocking state. It might be recoverable. We've got a lot of corrosion around the top there, as you can see. A lot of corrosion around the screw there, the RJ45 connector. It seems to have some form of nest of something on it there. But it might be usable. edge connector's in nice condition. The rest of the card's just dirty. It's the muck up there that's concerning me. But again, it's one that we may play with in the future. This is more this is nicer. We have a Dabtech SCSI card. This is an AHA 2940AU. I'm not sure about the date on that one. Let's have a look. 1996. So it's a mid-90s card. I do quite like Agp SCSI cards. They're usually very easy to work with. And actually, I did actually need another PCI SCSI card, and I do have another Agp one, but it's one that's really designed to go in a server, so it restricts me to what motherboards I could run it in. If this works, this would be ideal. Basically what I want to do is I want to build another bridge PC for down here. I want to keep the bridge PC that I have already actually still up in my office, because I am going to be keeping a few of my older systems up there, things like my 380Z. I want to stay up there, and possibly a couple of other systems. And I still want to keep a bridge PC up there. So I'm going to build another one for down here. And in a bridge PC I do like to have SCSI. So I have a feeling I might, if that works, that might be the SCSI card that I use. I've got a computer which I'm planning to make that system out of. Something rather nice that Andy gave me actually. So we'll be definitely testing that. Right. That's just a standard DVD Rom Drive. I've got quite a lot of them, so nothing special, but they are handy. Standard IDE interface, DVD. Nice. It's got a black bezel on it. Put that to one side. And we've got some hard drives. We have got Quantum Fireball 40GB IDE. Nothing fancy. I've got boxes and boxes of hard drives like this, so that's nothing really fancy. It's nice that it's IDE rather than SATA, so it does make it a little bit more usable. Again, it's one that will. I was actually thinking about doing a hard drive testing, some hard drive testing videos, because I discovered a rather interesting SCSI hard drive. Yeah, I found a rather interesting SCSI hard drive while I was clearing some stuff out, which I want to see whether it still works. And we've got some more SCSI hard drives in here now, so I might have a bit of a play with some SCSI stuff. Right, now these look quite nice. I did spot these when I was putting them all in the box and thought, oh, those are good. These are IBM standard SCSI 1 interface. 9,130 megabytes, so they're just under, well, the 9GB SCSI hard drives. I'm guessing these were possibly used in a server or something like that originally. Well, they seem in quite nice condition, and Andy did say these were in working order when up until they were pulled out of a PC. He did actually use these in one of his PCs, and there are a pair of them. Sorry, not Andy, Mildrid. It was Mildrid that had these. But we do have a pair of them. So if they work, they'll be really nice. So 9GB. So they're not too massive. They're ideal for a mid to late-ish 90s, quite a nice build I think I could make with them. Yeah, I mean at 9GB, yeah, that would make a powerhouse of a system from like the mid 90s, mid to like 96, 97 with a 9GB hard drive. Use a That was a massive power machine, really, probably with a dual processor. In fact, that's an idea. I know somewhere I've got a Pentium 2 board, a dual CPU Pentium 2 board, the proper Pentium 2 slot CPUs. I'm sure I've got a couple of them kicking about as well. They'd suit something like this, and then perhaps run NT on it or something like that to take advantage of the two CPUs. Anyway, we've got to the end of the box. So, yeah, we've got some interesting bits there, especially those, and that's really, really nice. We've got a hell of a lot of RAM to play about with, and then we've got some rather water damaged and destroyed cards, but they might be, like I said, they might be fun to see if we can get them going. That'd be useful. I was actually after one of them, a 3-cal Meathlink 2 with the RJ45 on it to go in one of my systems. So we may see about resurrecting that one. That I'm not that worried about, because I do have quite a number of them and they're not that useful now. That's a useful card. That's a very handy, useful card. And that's a nice card, but wow, condition wise that's pretty shocking. But I might even contact Necroware and say, do you want a challenge? Because that's pretty bad, that one. I might do that actually. Say, do you want a challenge? I might try it in a system, see what it can. If it does work, it's just a case of giving it a clean. Really, but I can't see that one functioning. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. Like I said, that's really the end of all these interesting bits that I've been donated by Andy and Mildred. I will have to stop calling the poor chap Mildred, but I keep forgetting what his real name is, unfortunately. I'm terrible with names. That's gonna, if that works, that's going to be really, really nice for a dash cam monitor in my truck. A reversing camera monitor, sorry. And that I am going to play with and see what I can do with it. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm sure this video's already dragged on far too long, but I thought people might be interested in some of this vintage computer bits anyway. So hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching and goodbye.